Hi everyone. Today I am going to attempt to show you how to do a drawing of your hand, a realistic drawing of your hand using observation and learning how to use observation to draw something realistic looking. So I think that the people have a hard time with hands. Hands are they're very difficult to draw. One of the keys to drawing your hand is that you need to learn how to make sure that you're drawing what you see and not what you think you see. When we're kids, we grow up drawing, stick figures, and hands are always like a little, scribble like this when you draw them. But as you know, hands don't really look like that in real life. So I'm going to show you that you have to really look deeply and observe with your eyes a lot in order to draw something realistic. So we're gonna talk about observational drawing, and then I'm going to show you how to begin and how to finish a drawing of your hand. All right, so bear with me as I go through this because it's a little difficult to explain, but here we go. So what you first want to do is find a comfortable position for your hand, especially if this is one of the first times that you're doing this. You don't want it to be frustrated and having your hand cramp up if it's in a strange position that you're not used to holding for a long period of time. And if you're right-handed, obviously it'll be your left hand that you're going to draw. If you're left-handed, it'll be your right hand that you're going to draw. So get really comfortable. Okay. So an important thing with observational drawing is that you need to look at positive space, negative space, and observe the relationship between these spaces. You also need to look at the size differences of your fingers while you're looking at your hand. So you don't want to start out and start drawing very hard, like draw your thumb and make it all detailed and make it dark, make your lines dark, because then it's going to be difficult to erase and kind of change. Drawing a hand is difficult, and it's going to take a lot of erasing and reworking as you go through to get the relationship between the positive space, the negative space, and each finger and each little crevice in your hand the right way. All right, so what you're going to do first is kind of just look at your hand, look at the form of it, and draw maybe an outline of where you might see. So I'm looking at this line right here to start with, and I'm drawing very, very lightly. And I'm looking at this line right here, how it comes across like that, and then how this line comes here, and then how this kind of bops out here a little bit. If you're thinking, what happens with people when they're trying to draw something realistic, like when they're trying to draw humans, is in human forms, is that what you've always done since kindergarten kind of gets in the way of things, and you start drawing, a circle for a head, or a, I don't know, just you draw things a certain way from when you were a kid, and it kind of gets in the way of you drawing what you're actually seeing. So I'm seeing this line now over here, kind of overlapping, and I'm going to erase like 1,000 times before I do this. It takes a lot of time, and if you're not going to put in the time for this, it's not going to be as accurate as you want it to be. And this looks strange because everything's kind of overlapping and going in different directions. And no, it does not look like a hand. It will eventually, though. So I've got my wrist coming down here. My thumb's going over here, and you can see it's gonna take some time. So right here, now I'm looking, see, you got to look at some negative space in between. So if you look right here, in between my fingers, I have this shape. So if you try to draw that shape, so I see it go up. And you might be seeing from a different angle because from where I'm sitting, I'm a little bit further back. So you might not see this as I'm seeing it exactly. So I have this little shape here. And it looks strange, but that's how it's supposed to look. And then this finger kind of overlaps this one. So I'm going to continue to work and get my basic lines down lightly, and then I will go on to the next step.